So choose that.
It was there were several schools, but it's just a nice size. It's only about 5,000 students, and it's right down in the middle of Louisville.
All right, we're live.
And Jim's
Mr.
back.
Okay, Ed, we're live now, so we'll keep the personal conversation.
Sorry.
separate. That's okay, no problem.
Mr. McGarry is logging on right now.
Great.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. McGarry's on, so we can start the meeting now. We were waiting for you, Jim.
Need video.
I think I was all the way down to Tennessee in my mind.
Okay, welcome to the Troy Planning Commission meeting for Wednesday, May 12th. Please call the roll.
Mayor? Yes. Mr. Westmeyer?
Here.
Mr. McGarry?
Here.
Mr. Wolke?
Here.
Mrs. Early?
Here.
Mr. Titterington?
Here.
Mr. Cappers?
Here.
All members
We
are
have-
present.
We have before us our meeting minutes of April 28th. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to those minutes?
Mr. Cappers, before you start taking action, I got to ask Mr. McGarry, we need you on video.
I'm looking now to do that. Start video. There we are. Got it.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the minutes of our last meeting? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? They stand accepted. Okay, first matter of business, the historic district application for 109 East Canal Street. Does staff have a report?
Yes, we do. Thank you. Amy Evans, applicant who owns Studio 109, also 109 East Canal Street. The subject property is requesting to repaint the property. There's a picture attached. It's currently a red color as a primary color, and she wishes to, the proposed color is tricorn black, Sherwin-Williams color. And then there's also front doors that are currently black that she wishes to repaint lime Ricky, also a Sherwin-Williams color. Staff does recommend approval.
Any questions of staff?
What color, the lime Ricky is what? Just the door trim or the door itself?
The door itself,
Okay. What you gonna do with the trim, like the windows and the porch and that?
the white stays the same.
What about the flower boxes and the awnings?
She's not addressing that at this time.
Stay black.
Stay black.
Okay. That's the only question I had.
Any other questions for staff?
I'll move for approval.
I'll
Motion
second
to-
that.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Westmeyer?
Yes.
Mr. McGarry?
Yes.
Mr. Wolke?
Yes.
Mrs. Early?
Yes.
Titterington?
Yeah.
Mr. Cappers?
Yes.
Mayor Oda?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Next, we have the historic district application for 16 North Market Street for window signs. Does staff have a report?
Yes, we do. Amanda Feltner, who owns Hippie Works Boutique LLC, doing business as Hippie Works, is located as a tenant on 16 North Market Street, owned by Sandra Bastian. And she is proposing a 7.17 square feet sign out of the 27 allowed for that building. It is technically two vinyl decal window signs, one above, one below. You'll see the attached colors. There's 3 shades of yellow, a gold and a black and a white. And since it complies with the sign code, staff is recommending approval.
Any questions of staff?
I got a question. Is the name historic? I'm sorry.
From the
I had
1960s.
1960s is historic.
Watch it.
A long time ago.
Good question, though.
I'll
Committee
move
wanna
for
take any-
approval.
There's a motion for approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. McGarry. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. McGarry?
Yes.
Mr. Wolke?
Yes.
Mrs. Early?
Yes.
Mr. Titterington?
Yes.
Jeffers,
Yes.
Mayor,
Yes.
Mr. Westmeyer,
Yes.
unanimous.
Next, we have the historic district application for 113 North Mulberry Street for demolition of a damaged detached garage. Does staff have a report?
Yes, we do. Holden Lingrill is the applicant, and he's with us today also. He owns 113 North Mulberry Street, which is owned by Mulberry Riverscape LLC, also owned by Holden Lingrill. The primary building faces 113 North Mulberry Street. The lot stretches to the east, and I did number these since there's quite a few pages. On page 3, it shows an aerial overview of the property in question. The detached garage, which is approximately just under 1,700 square feet, has been found by the Miami County Chief Building Official to be, there's a separate letter attached. It was found to be basically in a state of danger, public health, as well as, let me just back up a little bit. There was a windstorm probably several months ago that did damage to the structure. You'll see pictures of that on page 5, where the roof has peeled up. Since that time, Holden has reached out to a contractor and got a quote for repairs, which is just under $18,000. And he also has plans, which he has included, to rebuild the garage. And that is provided by Reliable Metal Buildings. So stepping into that, that proposal for the new replacement includes garage doors made by Clopay, and that's a color is mocha brown. The building roof and top portion will be a burnished slate, and the building trim and lower portion will be a taupe in terms of colors. The size of that will be pretty much the same size. It's a little bit bigger, one from just under 1,700 square feet to a little over 1,800 square feet. The style is still the same. It's I guess you can consider a pole barn kind of structure. The materials are essentially the same. And stepping through the demolition process through the historic district. As I was saying, there's 4 conditions, of course, for consideration, and staff finds that it meets 1 and 2. The first one being that there's a letter from the chief building official, which I mentioned, and then 2, that the structure is listed as non-qualifying, being an accessory structure that's not historic, which was built in 1960, by the way. So those 2 meet for the conditions to be considered for demolition. Also, there is a subsection for posting bond, and the applicant has asked for that to be waived, and we do have that on file. It does meet our zoning code requirements, and staff recommends approval that the requested demolition be approved as proposed, as well as the waiver of the bond, performance bond.
Any questions of staff?
What's a performance bond normally required for because of the demolition in the public right of way?
It's part of your rescue plan. So if you're demolishing a whole structure, there's a series of points that the planning commission reviews.
The performance bond, Jim, would go ahead and be used for the purpose of making sure that the reuse plan is performed. That if there's a structure to be built, that he builds the structure in accordance with what he's given to us as far as his plans are concerned. So I personally don't think it's any big deal when we're talking about a garage.
I know, I agree. The other question I've got, it's possibly for the owner, is metal buildings right now, our experience is that there's anywhere from 12 to 18 months delay in getting those delivered. Assuming that's true with this case, is the demolition going to start immediately and then whenever the building gets here, it gets here?
The applicant definitely is ready to go, and he's done all his homework. Holden is available. It's up to planning commission.
It'd be up to the chair if you want to.
Just Holden, you're muted right now, but would you like to respond?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. So the building material is projected 6 to 8 weeks out from the time that I order it through Reliable Building Materials, through the contractor that we're going to have put the building up. So there is a fair amount of preparation that we're going to do to the property between now and then. Currently, we still use the building every day, so it would still take me some time to move some of my materials out of there, find storage space for them in our shop. I want to put in a drainage tile through the gravel that's there and things like that. So we probably would start on the demolition of the structure upon your approval.
Thank you, Holden. I have a question. The Hainer Distillery used to be on that location somewhere. And I know that you've given us evidence that this building was built in 1960. The garage was built in 1960. What was the extent of the Hainer Distillery on this structure, on this plot of land?
Well, since I've been here, I've not seen anything on that back lot. I think that would require some kind of research back at Sanborn maps, though I can offer you. I don't know.
The accessory structure was built.
1960. Yeah.
Okay, anybody else have any questions of staff? Do you want to take any action?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
The motion is second to approve the demolition and the reuse plan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mr. Wolke,
Yes.
Mrs. Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mr. Titterington,
Yes.
Mr. Cappers,
Yes.
Mayor,
Yes.
Mr. Westmeyer,
Yes.
Mr. McGarry,
Yes.
approved unanimous.
Okay, next we have a revised final development plan from Halifax Villas. The staff have a report.
Yes, sir. So this is the revised final development plan for Halifax Villas Plan Development. The Halifax Villas Plan Development went through a major revision to the general plan as approved by council as ordinance 08-2020. The major revision to the general plan expanded the boundary of the initial plan development from 107 acres to 115 acres. And the clubhouse has been relocated from the northeast section of the plan development to the southwest section of the plan development labeled as phase 3. Phase 3 of the development encompasses 8.015 acres, and the clubhouse will provide 30 regular parking spaces and 20 golf cart parking spaces. The open space requirements of 10% has been met, and staff is requesting that Planning Commission approve the revised final development plan as it is in accordance with the general plan ordinance 08-2020.
Any questions of staff? When I take a look at the revised plan, the only thing that leaps out to my attention is the fact that the entrance and the access road to the clubhouse is through a neighboring development. Does that?
That's Finsbury, you mean?
Please, yes.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
Nottingham.
Road, it's not Nottingham. Finsbury is part of Sherwood.
Is that a concern to staff at all? If
Nottingham-
this were a single family residence, would that be any different? Would staff also recommend approval on having that exit to Nottingham?
No, all right, so let's just be clear. When we say Nottingham, we're talking about the substreet Nottingham Drive or Road, whatever they call it, probably Drive, that is off of Finsbury. That is in the Sherwood. That is in the Sherwood neighborhood, not in the Nottingham neighborhood by the same name, which is North.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so this would just be considered a private drive off of Nottingham Road. Staff has reviewed that, including the engineering department, and there are no concerns with that.
Thank you. Any other questions of staff? Okay, I'll throw another one out. Down here at the bottom of phase 3, it says city detention. Why is that labeled city detention as opposed to dry detention?
So as, well, it's city detention, it'll be a detention basin. The developer, the developer has worked with the city on their, as part of their stormwater retention or their stormwater management plan on that site. We have asked them to oversize that management plan to include some city detention area that, based on our engineering that we've done, should relieve some of the high water events, if not, I won't say all of them, but the majority of them that occur on Finsbury and have occurred since 1974. The benefit to the developer is that he does need that fill dirt to raise the elevation on the site, because that is part of the floodplain area and in compliance with FEMA rules and regulations. And so that's why it's labeled the way it is. It is something that the council committee on Monday night recommended to the council as part of the authorization that we need to have that work authorized, and that should be authorized Monday night at council.
And who is to maintain and care for this detention basin?
The developer will be giving us an easement that will be our responsibility to maintain.
Which department?
That would be stormwater management, utilities, part of the engineering department, not the park department, Mr. Capps.
I'm wearing my park department hat when I ask that question. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions of staff? Commission want to take any action?
Second.
There's a motion and second. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Mrs. Ehrlich,
Yes.
Mr. Titterington,
Yes.
Mr. Cappers,
Yes.
Mayor,
Yes.
Mr. Westmeyer,
Yes.
Mr. McGarry,
Yes.
Mr. Wolke,
Yes.
approved.
Okay, does commission have anything else they want to discuss? Does staff have anything else to come before the commission?
Yes, just to let the commission know, and so you can be individually thinking about this. Starting in June, the council will be meeting back in person at City Hall from the Bravo Room. We've not used Zoom in quite some time. We have live streamed FaceTime. I'm sorry, Facebook Live. So that will start occurring in June. On July 1st, the temporary state orders expire. And so by July 1st, Zoom will not be an option and everything will need to be in person. Whether we want to, as a commission, start meeting back at City Hall in June or July, I guess that's something to discuss. Kind of using June for the commissions and the boards to kind of think about transitioning over. There has been no extension of the July 1st deadline by the state of Ohio. And so, again, the virtual and remote commission and board meetings under the emergency orders will expire.
Would you have that placed on the agenda for our next meeting, please, so we can discuss that?
Alrighty,
Certainly.
Thank you. And everybody give that some consideration. It's a personal decision as to whether or not you want to meet personally. Ed, I know that may be an employment decision too.
It is, well, it is in June.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's
We're chattering here in the background because just to clarify what you said, it's a personal decision until July 1st.
We've been given some freedom on that, Al, so appreciate you bringing it up. So
Okay,
I would
good.
be available.
All right. Okay, well, let's discuss it at our next meeting in full then, okay? Anything else from staff?
Nothing else. Thank you.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I
So
so
moved.
move.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 We stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.